In a unanimous decision, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the abortion drug Mifepristone can remain approved and easily accessible.
Now, this is one of many court opinions. More could be coming down the pipeline over the next couple of weeks.
Fox 43's Tyler Hatfield joins us now in the studio to tell us more about the decision and what it could mean for future cases. Tyler.
Yeah, there could be many U.S. Supreme Court opinions coming out in the next couple of weeks, but I spoke to legal experts about the Mifepristone case, and they say the opinion on Thursday could be an anomaly. So how did we get here in the first place? It goes all the way back to 2016 and 2021 when the FDA decided to relax restrictions on getting the drug Mifepristone. In March 2023, a lawsuit challenged the FDA's approval of the medication shortly after the overturning of Roe v. Wade. The case, known as FDA versus Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine, had threatened to restrict access to Mifepristone across the country, including in states where abortion remains legal. They argued the relaxed restrictions were unreasonable and, quote, jeopardized women's health across the nation. The FDA argued this case could undermine the agency's drug approval process, essentially inviting judges to question their scientific judgments. On Thursday, the nation's highest court ruled unanimously in favor of the FDA. In the end, the decision wasn't based on access to the drug, abortion procedures, or protecting women's health. It was about the legal standing for the lawsuit. Justice Brett Kavanaugh wrote the majority opinion, stating, quote, under Article 3 of the Constitution, a plaintiff's desire to make a drug less available for others does not establish standing to sue. Legal experts say the fight to restrict access to the drug is probably not over, but it may be difficult to swing.
To do that, they're going to have to show that they're actually injured, in fact, more than that they simply object to the use of Mifepristone. And I think that's a pretty high bar. I think it's going to be awfully difficult for a plaintiff or plaintiffs to come into court and find the injury. In fact, basically, if you're a user or a prescriber of Mifepristone, which is used for about 2/3 of the abortions in this country, you're probably not going to file suit.
This is one of many other important Supreme Court opinions that could come out in the next couple weeks. President Jones says many will probably not have the same unanimous fate as this one. Usually, the decisions would be released during the court session, which ends on June 30th. However, President Jones says that he expects them to stay until July to release more of the rulings, because many of the opinions will probably be split. Now, these cases involve everything from guns and social media to January 6 convictions and Trump immunity. Now, there is a possibility an opinion on one of these many cases could be released today. In the studio, I'm Tyler Hatfield, Fox 43 News.
Thanks, Tyler. And the decision has led to reactions from both sides of the debate for reproductive rights. Planned Parenthood PA released a statement shortly after the ruling saying, quote, we breathe a collective sigh of relief as our access to Mifepristone, the most commonly used drug in medication abortion, was upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court. Our battle isn't over, and we continue our fight to ensure everyone has access to the care they need and deserve. Representatives from the Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America group also responded, saying, quote, it's a sad day for all who value women's health and unborn children's lives, but the fight to stop dangerous mail-order abortion drugs is not over.